Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day and had a great week. So just want to talk to you guys about investing, how I invested into some of these snakes. Money-wise, I've only been doing this for about 8 years on owning snakes. I've just recently started to invest snakes into ball pythons within the last 2 years. And I thought I was doing really good. And then now that I'm starting to kind of branch out and watch a lot more informational stuff on YouTube, maybe I'm doing this wrong. So I really hope not, but I might have just wasted a ton of money. So you guys let me know if I'm on the right path on this or if I'm doing this wrong. So I've been watching Billy Rowe. I don't really agree with a lot of the stuff that he says. Not everybody can start with a $100,000 collection. If you're like me, you barely make more than minimum wage. That's my fault, poor life decisions, but this is kind of like where I have to start. So I don't know how to start this. I don't know really like what to say because I don't use a script. I don't over voice. I don't have this stuff written down to go over. It's probably what I should, so I'm not like a babbling idiot. But I'm very close to John Chosmer. I go see him every Thursday. I buy a lot of snakes from him, super high quality animals. I buy all of his feeders from him, and he's very well known in the reptile business, mostly in the boa stuff. And he's very successful. So every time I go over there, I try to like pick his brain a little bit on some of this stuff, because if you have somebody that's close to you that has been doing this for 20 years and is very successful, everybody knows you, and the quality that you're pumping out, like you want to figure out what's going on from him. But I also go on this side of stuff on the YouTube land and try to see what people are saying. And I've been dabbling on both sides just to get both pictures on that. So I really don't know how to really say this video too much, but some people on this side are saying don't get credit cards, don't pull out 401k, don't get a bank loan, don't refinance your house, don't go into debt on animals, work your day job, pay for what you can, buy those $100 to $500 animals, build your collection, breed in 2 years, and then just let it snowball into bigger and bigger and more genes. Get single genes, double genes, and stuff like that, like pastel to yellow bellies, bananas to enchies, red stripe to whatever. Or, you know, maybe get a het here or a het there and just snowball your collection into bigger and bigger. So in 5 years, you have this. And then maybe you can quit your day job after you've done all of this. Then you got people on this side of stuff like Billy Rowe, which he's done what he's done and he's making millions. So good on him. Nothing bad with him, but you know, buy 3 animals for 90 grand. Yeah, they're gonna lose value, but by the time you breed them, you might make 100 grand and you profited $10,000 in 2 years, which is not bad. Not everybody's got $90,000 to pull out, or 60 or 50 or whatever, unless you take out loans and do all this other stuff. And you got to go into debt, and then you got to pay off the debt and all this other stuff. So I was trying to find, it's tough to find a good median on that, because you want to be successful in breeding. You want it as a hobby as well. But then John was talking to me, since I've started investing in animals, it's kind of like, do you want to take this as a hobby, a business, or like, what do you want to do in the future? And honestly, I can say, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't even know what to pair up. I don't even know what stuff is good. I don't know what the future holds, and I don't know exactly like how to do this the right way. Like it's more than just putting a male and a female together. It just is. And so I'll just go through. I'll show you some of the snakes that I've purchased and some of the stuff that is going on in here, and some of the pairings, just so we have some snakes to look at while I'm rambling on and on. So I did what a lot of YouTubers, or some of the YouTubers, said don't do. I took out credit cards. I maxed out credit cards. I've refinanced a house. So I re-signed another 30 years on a house with a higher interest because of the economy right now. And I'm more in debt because my house payment's, you know, $500-$600 more than what it was if I didn't cash out on the equity on it. So it's just kind of like, then you take that money and then you have to disperse it on what snakes that you want. And every single snake that you buy today is going to depreciate by the time it drops eggs, which is very annoying. But that's everything. Like buy a new car, within 6 months it's already depreciated. So this is a mahogany fire clown, beautiful snake that I got from Justin. Very bright. I love the sides, love the patterns, the markings, and everything about this animal. So this is going to be a very nice breeder female. It's a dark gene, so I don't know what to put with it. And that's the thing about, you buy your females first, and then you buy your males. So I don't know, hopefully I got some good males for this one, because I got too many males for the clowns, which is probably always a bad thing. So it's like, and I see it all the time on Instagram, and it just is like, I don't know which way to go with it. And it's difficult, and it's easy to like try to write stuff down on paper, but once you actually get into stuff, it's a lot more, like I said, than putting a male and a female together, because feeding's expensive. I mean, I feed, it's $100 a week, so $400 a month, and I don't even have that many animals. $400 a month on just feeders, because I don't breed my own. I don't have a place to do it. I don't have the time to clean all that stuff. There's a mahogany pied from Ball Python 101. This dude just had his first lock with a black pastel pied. Super excited about that, because I really want mahogany black pastel pieds, and I think these would be phenomenal. But he's a big male, probably 700 grams, and he just locked up the other day, which is very exciting. So I took him out. I need to feed him. I gotta feed all of these tomorrow, and I'm feeding most of these live, so I don't know if I want to do the videos on that or not. I've done it in the past, no problem, but it's just how it is. So here's a leopard yellow-bellied clown from Kaboka. It's a male, sitting at probably 700 grams, 700 grams. And this dude bred with a Enchi fire clown, which we can see here in a little bit. I tried to put him with a pastel clown, but they didn't take, which is fine. But I really wish I could get some pastel leopard, yellow belly clown stuff, which would be phenomenal. So really nice colors on him. And that's the thing. So I'm seeing people on Instagram buying $100 or 100 snakes. Their most expensive snakes like $100, so they got a whole 2 racks full, and they're paying $500-600 a month on feeding. And then after 8 months, I'm seeing so many people cash out and sell their collection, because they are putting yellow bellies to pastels and bananas to enchies, and they're making 1 gene normals and 2 gene stuff, which is perfectly fine. But I hate to see people get into this and then cash out, because their feeding bills are so much more than what they expected, and they're paying $10,000 a year on food, and they're only making $100, $200, $300 animals, and they're just not seeing any forward progress on any of this stuff. So it's kind of like why I took out a loan, bought a bunch of visuals, because pieds will always have some sort of value. I think visual clowns will have some sort of value, multi-genes and stuff like that. But here's the catcher: everybody's getting into the hets now. So I bought all this stuff, which is fine, and then everybody's getting into hets. I have no hets. I have 40 ball pythons, and not one of them has a head. So I don't, as of now, I really don't want to play the het game. I might have to play the het game with the one snake I'll show you here really fast, or after him. But I like to open these drawers, and I like to see what is in here. I like to open this up, and I like to see an Orange Dream Leopard Enchi pied. And I like to open this, I like to see a Ivory Enchi pied, or an Orange Dream Fire Clown, or whatever else is in here, rather than this whole rack and being single gene or 2 codom or normal that's double head or triple head, whatever. I get it. I get that why people are doing that. It's kind of, I wouldn't even say it's easy to get into that. So this male breeds to everything. I put this male probably to 4 females this year already, and every single time it locks up. So he's eating well. So I'll keep him in there. Once they're done locking, I'll put him back and I'll feed him. And then once he digests, I'll put him in back in with another female. And I'll just do a rotation. So basically every female is seeing him within the 4 once a month. About once a month. So, you get your double hets or your triple hets or your quad hets, normals, yellow belly, Enchi, whatever. And then you have to think about like what they're going to make, what you're going to miss. Then you're going to make more hets, and then you have to have a lot of room. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time, and I don't know. That confuses me. And so people are like, oh, you got to get double hets and all this stuff. I understand. Kabolka hit a phenomenal one within like 2 clutches. I've seen people on the internet go for double hets, try to hit dreamsicles, 100 eggs in. You have to have the resources to try to sell what you miss or wholesale, and that's a lot of time. And a lot of these snakes are devaluing so fast that why would you get a yellow belly het pied to a pastel het pied when you can get a pastel yellow belly pied for $300? You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, why go through all that to possibly hit normals? I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that game where I'm filling up racks with one codom and then possible hets. I don't know. It just confuses me, and maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I should be doing that. Maybe I should be investing my time into the knowledge of getting into triples and all this stuff, but I don't want to. I like open up and seeing this chocolate red stripe leopard clown, and when I put it to my other chocolate leopard clown, I know I'm going to get the bare minimum of clowns. The maximum I'm going to get is a super chocolate leopard red stripe clown. So I mean, it's just kind of like it only goes up from there. Was an investment to go more in debt worth it for these animals? I don't know, but I enjoy seeing them. If all else fails, I like looking at them, and that's all I can say. If I don't make any money off of this, I like looking at these animals, and I'm happy to open up a drawer, and I'm happy that I spent money on this snake right here. It's a female orange dream, yellow belly, and she pied from those 2 chocolate ones from Rice Reptiles. This one's from Canova. So getting into business wise, everybody that buys 2 snakes wants to breed and quit their day job. I see it every day. I see more people selling their collections in 8 months to a year than I actually see people quitting their day jobs. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know why, if people are just, I don't know. I have no idea. Here's an Enchi pied clown, and I might get a Orange Dream Enchi pied het clown. I might get my first het with this female as a male, just so I can make more hets, just so it's easier to involve more codoms into a double recessive like that. But the prices on these are dropping so fast. I saw a snake that I really want is an Orange Dream clown pied for $6,000. I don't have $6,000. I'd have to go more into debt to try to get it, but I don't need a male for her until next year. And I know that how fast the clown pied stuff is dropping. Next year, that $6,000 animal will probably be 4. So I'll save myself $2,000 and buy that male next year. But when they breed, they'll probably be $900. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So you guys are probably thinking I'm an idiot right now if you're still watching this. So Fire Enchi Orange Dream pied. I have another male just like this from Best Dress Balls. This one's from Canova. And since they're not yellow belly, they can, not yellow belly. So they can go together. And so I do have quite a bit of yellow belly stuff. Try not to make ivories. Try not to. But if I can hit the super ODs on a lot of this stuff, super Enchis, that would be phenomenal. I got this normal pied for John. So this is not a bad investment. $250 for a normal pied, and then you put a 4-gene male pied into this. I mean, not bad if you can hit all the right stuff. So this girl is definitely getting big. She's locked up with that male quite a few times, and I haven't seen any ovulations on any of the females. They're still eating. I have not seen any bull wrapping, which I was told is a good idea. And then here's one from Aussie Boys. It's a Fire Orange Dream Clown. So who knows what'll go with this. Very light, very bright snake. I might even add chocolate in this to make it a bright dark snake. I don't know. So this is kind of like where it goes into investing animals when you don't know like what you're doing. Exactly what I did. So here's a mahogany leopard clown from Canova. So A lot of stuff from Canova, a lot of stuff from Justin, which is fine. And then I got a couple of the albino pieds, which look phenomenal from John Chosmer right here. So a lot of cool stuff. So again, it's really difficult to figure out how to invest in stuff, because going into debt and paying off that debt and knowing in 2 to 3 years that you're not going to make any money, and then you still might not make any money because of the devaluation on it, and then you got to brand yourself, and then you got to sell the stuff with the whole pool of Morph Market and the whole 8,000 people at the reptile show. It's very difficult to try to get into this, and then if you get too low of stuff, you can't sell the stuff to recuperate your feeding bill, because you want to do this as a business, or you want to do this to get out of your day job, but you don't produce enough for you don't produce enough to do that. And then do you want to go in debt where you can't even get out of debt, that you have to work 2 jobs and still breed snakes? So this girl right here is from Justin. It's a fire yellow belly Enchi pied. She's been locked up with that orange dream leopard Enchi pied as well, and a beautiful snake, good size on her. But again, I don't know, should I have invested in double heads? I don't know. That seems to be what everybody's doing. So just so you guys kind of like what I've invested in, I do have some stuff that's been breeding right here. So I just have a lesser Orba butter. They're the same thing, clown. And I put a banana clown. So not everything is multi-gene stuff, but I love just some of the basic stuff as well. Some of the stuff looks really good. I guess time will tell if investing money into these will prove to be worth it, or if I'm just going to be swimming in debt forever and I can't recoup my money back, and then I'm the one that's selling out in 8 months because I can't afford $400 or $500 a month on feeding, and then I got to get the babies, and then I have to feed those babies, and then I have to feed the babies that don't sell. So I could be $800-900 a month on just rats. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be the next one to fail at this and to cash out. I hope not, but who knows? And I'll show you this very last one. This one's from John Chosmer. It's a vanilla spot nose. I love spot nose. Spot nose looks phenomenal in clown. And then it's got the gene enhancer vanilla, which is phenomenal. And you can put the fire to make some beautiful snakes. Or you can just keep passing around the vanilla to enhance any other gene that there is. So, long video, guys. I don't know how to make that any shorter or any better, but hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing some of these snakes. But my goal on these is, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to breed them. There's no way I can quit my day job because, I don't even make that much there, but I got to pay off a debt. I got to do all this other stuff. There's no way I can quit a day job and sell snakes. That is very hit or miss on, you could sell 4 snakes in 1 month. You might not sell a snake for 6 months. And what are you going to do for that 6 months to pay your house bill or your car payment? I don't know. How are you going to eat? It's stressful. And I get stressed on it. Yeah, it's a lot. So when people just get 2-3 animals, like I'm going to quit my day job and we'll breed animals, and you got a pastel and a yellow belly and an Enchi, it's just like, how? How are you doing this? Like, I would love to know how you're doing this, because I have visual stuff and it stresses me out because I know there's no possible way that I can quit a day job doing this. But hopefully you guys actually enjoyed seeing some of these animals. And all of that stuff. So here's the banana. Here's the banana clown that's been breeding. Very good breeder too. Beautiful colors. Obviously he's faded out a lot since the baby. They're so bright. Very nice yellows and purples in them as their babies. But still a beautiful animal. Gorgeous snake. And this dude's been hitting up with the butter, or the lesser, same thing, clown. So hopefully we can make some lesser banana clowns. That would be cool. Sure, we'll hit a couple normal clowns, which is not always a bad thing. They still are going for like $200. So that's a feeding bill for 2 weeks. You can't beat that. So that is it. And I don't know, maybe you guys like that or not. So that is it. And hopefully you guys have a good day.